It has been very long. Not really. It's been almost a year of me quitting World of Warships and effectively quitting from making videos. I didn't expect it to go this way. I actually wanted to keep making videos after my departure from the boat game. But that's why I'm here. I want to tell you about this year, where have I been, and what I've been doing. And if you're watching this, it means I finally fought my sheer terror of recording my own voice, and maybe, just maybe, there will be more videos after this one. Are you ready? Because I'm not.
Three, two, one, go!
After making my exit from Warships, I was absolutely done with everything. For the longest time, I was fighting this nagging feeling that I was simply not enjoying the game anymore, or even making content for it, despite being at the absolute top of my game with every resource at my disposal. So when it came the moment that everyone was leaving, I felt like I had to take this chance, to live quietly between the mess. I want to think that it has been for the best. I was finally free from being the Denarmo people expected me to be rather than the one I really was. So many times I made and released videos that I just wasn't feeling, but I did anyway to keep running away like YouTube was just another game. It was such a toxic approach to content making, and while I definitely had fun with some of the videos, especially the Paolo ones, I was pushing myself to make the robot reviews because that was what I thought people had come to expect from my channel. It was what the analytics were saying, and they never lie, right? All of that YouTube burnout was building up on me, and while at the same time I was just straight up not wanting to play the game anymore, I only opened it for recording during the last couple months of being a contributor. There was no joy, there was no excitement, everything started feeling the same, and I was just complaining all day because in the end, it was nothing more than a chore that I had to go through. I'm not saying the game was bad, but whatever fun I used to have with it wasn't there anymore. So I quit. During that time I was still playing Genshin Impact. I had made some videos on it that I really enjoyed making, mostly because I was doing something new and that I could do my way regardless of what people thought. I did a lot of cool stuff in them. I had a friend to help me out record some of the gameplay. It did feel like the starting days of my channel, just creating with excitement. I don't regret those videos on one bit. In fact, I even had one in the oven that just never came out, but it wasn't meant to be long term because I don't play anymore. I would love to go in detail on the many problems I eventually got fed up with, but the biggest one was that I was simply spending too much money on the game. It wasn't healthy, and I was doing exactly what I did when I started playing Warships, so I had to cut away for my own sake. I remember waiting for the longest time to get Hu Tao, my favorite character of the game. And when that day came, I got her, leveled her up all the way to the absolute max, and for 1 week, I played to my heart's content. I absolutely destroyed everything because she was just so busted, but once that week was over, I was done for good. I don't miss it one bit, but it was certainly a game that got me during a bad time of my life. And just focusing on doing the dailies, keeping up with the grind and the events, it kept my head straight. But I was over it, and suddenly, all those things became chores. And throwing $100 for the chance to maybe get a virtual character went from reasonable to absolute bonkers. It was so easy to fall in the trap of the gacha hell, and ever since then I have reached a point where I just don't want to be part of live service games anymore. I don't have the time for them, I don't have the money for them, they're simply not for me anymore. So for a while I was aimless. I just didn't vibe with the games I loved playing anymore. And it took me some time to get back into the track of gaming. But eventually I really saw this as an opportunity to explore new worlds, try new games, discover new communities, all with the help of my Discord, but sometimes just by myself. I want to mention some of the stuff that I've been playing and doing while I was gone, so you get an understanding of maybe where things are heading now. These are some of my failed projects you haven't watched. For a good chunk of December, I was really hooked into playing Teardown, the voxel-based sandbox destruction game. I had recorded most of it, and I was so ready to get a video done before the end of the year. I genuinely was this close. I had the footage, I made a cool thumbnail, I even edited the intro that you're watching right now, but I got so stuck writing the script for the video, and you're going to notice that's a recurrent theme with all the projects. I simply couldn't find a way to put into words what I felt about the game without making it sound obvious or boring. I felt like I was just trying to write a script of what I was supposed to be saying rather than what I wanted to say. It really felt like I was trying to copy what I watched from others rather than making my own, and so January came by and I simply kept that video on standby forever, feeling like coming back to it I would not have the hype I started the project with. Maybe one day. After that, my next project had to do with Cyberpunk and New Vegas. I wanted to explore how both games approach the non-linearity of their missions by putting their first missions one against the other. I recorded the footage, I made a thumbnail, but once again, I got so stuck in the script that I simply gave up on it. Which is a shame because I feel like that video is the one that most resembles the path I want to take with the channel. Many other channels make these very long form reviews and critiques that are like 45 minutes or 2 hours or sometimes even more. I want a format that is way shorter than that. And maybe it's just me talking to you about a cool mechanic, or how this game does a clever thing, or quite the opposite, how a game maybe can improve on what they do. If there's only one failed project I would come back to, it's probably this one. When I kept postponing that video, it was around the time that Elden Ring came out and I was fully absorbed by it. Like, I played for so many hours and I still haven't beat it, but it sucked me right in from the start. But something kinda weird started happening in that. The more I kept playing, the less I wanted to keep going. The game is too long and there is so much to do, and some of it was kinda repetitive, and I was like, stuff it, I can make a video about this. Wrote down the main points I wanted to talk about, I created the thumbnail, and then, yep, I kinda forgot about it and didn't finish anything. After that, I've just been jumping around between games, just trying new things. I've played Destiny 2 with friends, completed the Witch campaign on hardcore, and they even convinced me to play the absolute chore known as the Raid of the Vault of Ass. I've also played There Is No Game, Wrong Dimension, Dragon's Dogma, Dying Light 2, Vampire Survivor, Road Tower, It Takes Two, Sniper Ghost Warrior, Contracts 2, Death Stranding, again, Ahead in Time, Skyrim on the Steam Deck, Borderlands 3, Fallout 76, Apex Legends, The Ascent, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, New Game Plus, Tunic, Escape Simulator and Escape Academy, Monster Hunter World, Rise and Stories 2, Monster Sanctuary, Stray, and those are the ones that I can remember. Look, the point is, I've played a lot of games, and I definitely do have a lot of things that I want to say about them, because that's what I like. I love video games. They've been with me forever. I used to read so many gaming magazines as a kid, and it used to be my dream to work for one of them, and just playing everything that came out and writing about it. More than anyone, I want to get out of this slump that has taken me over a year to go through. I hate so much that it has taken me this long to finally put something out. Because I hate my voice, I hate my scripts. I think it's all these huge screens, but I have to chin up and get on with it. So if you're watching this, it's because I am finally taking a step towards making those failed projects a reality. This is what Denarmo is going to be, no matter how much hard work it takes. If I can ask for one thing, is that you tell me if you want to be part of this too. Have a good day, everyone.